Hello, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us. We will be getting started in about 5 minutes. We have 3 sections presenting with us today. So we should have... Okay. Just make sure everything is up and running properly. That's when I know you're presenting later. I'm not sure if there are any issues with your screen, if there's something in front of your screen, maybe.
Hello, hi everyone. Yep, let me try to rearrange. Yeah.
That's all right.
Okay.
No problem. We've got some time. As I say, we've got a few minutes before we get started. Thank you very much.
Hey, can you allow me turn on my video?
Yes, you
This
should.
is the lower link.
Yeah, you should have access to that now.
Okay.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. So we'll give it a few more minutes to allow people to watch the sessions. If you're in the Zoom meeting, thank you very much for joining us. We are also live streamed to YouTube at the moment as well. So you can watch us there. If you miss anything, you can rewind immediately using that platform. So that's great. And we have a lot of different programs going on this week. So please do make sure to visit either the Young Member Engagement Committee YouTube page or the actual SP YP Congress event page, where we have all of our sessions from the very beginning on Saturday. And they will be listing all of our events there until following Saturday, where we will be showcasing some of the great work being done by our Ideathon candidates. So we're really looking forward to that. Well, we've got a couple more minutes, so we'll also take the time to say thank you to our sponsors, Shell, who have very kindly contributed to the Congress as a whole. They have really expressed their desire to support young people and students as well. And they are really grateful for their participation in this event, and they're also taking part as panelists and speakers in some of the sessions as well. So thank you so much to their support. It really means a lot. For those that don't know much about the sessions that we're running this week, as I say, we started off with an Ideathon session where we, throughout the week, teams are coming together to come up with some innovations for the industry when it comes to sustainability. And next Saturday coming up, we will also be showcasing those the projects that do come up. And we will also hear from a sustainability panel as well. So we'll have a series of experts who will be able to kind of share their insights on that. So some really good sessions. And then throughout the week, we have a whole series of events. Again, you can watch all of the past ones on demand as well. The sessions are part of WIMEC's desire to hear more from the regions and bridge that gap between SP International and also the activities going on in the regions, because there are so many really exciting things going on in the regions. We don't hear enough about them, and we can all learn a lot from what each other are doing, because it's just incredible the innovations that each regions are coming up with and how they're all tackling and dealing with different issues, because overall we're all facing challenges, and it's really inspiring to see how everyone's adapting to that. Certainly with COVID and everything, it seems that people are running a lot more events than ever before. So congratulations to you all. So today we have 3 sections with us. I'm very grateful for Benin City and we have the Kuala Lumpur section and also the Port Harcourt section as well. So we will be starting with Benin City with Alawel, who, yeah, your screen's working, perfect, excellent. So in your own time, hopefully you can share your screen and have access to everything. But I do encourage you, if anybody has questions and comments in the chat, this is a good networking opportunity and way for you all to get to know each other and collaborate for the future. So please do engage with that. But without further ado, I will let Alawel take away his presentation on the Benin City section. Thank you so much.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much, James. Thank you for the introduction. Good day, everyone. Currently in Benin City, it's 3 p.m. So wherever you are across the world, it's 3 p.m. here. So good afternoon. So in the next couple of slides, I'll be sharing a presentation about some of the activities we've been able to do as a section, particularly the young professionals. Just as a means of introduction, once again, my name is Olawale Ajayi, the current young professional chairperson of the Benin City section. So the presentation is going to go through this outline, have a bit of an introduction about the Benin City section, the young professionals, some of our events, the completed events, and some of the ones that we plan to happen in the next few months. Then we also have a bit of some slides around the strategies we've employed as a section and the pictures, moments from our activities. So as a means of introduction, the Benin City section is stationed in Benin City, Nigeria. And these are some of our social media accounts. You can follow us on LinkedIn, on Twitter, and Instagram. So some of the activities in terms of the session as a means of introduction, something very particular and peculiar about us. Sorry, my slide is moving. Okay, so something very peculiar about the Benin City section is we currently have over 200 registered and paid young professional members. This is not just the professional members, just for the young professionals. And over 80% are currently working in different roles across the industry sector. So when the young professional board was kind of inaugurated, so we decided that, okay, we had a need to set up a very impactful year for us. And we set up a mini committee, some subcommittees within the YPs, and we had volunteers and active young professionals leading different aspects of the committee, from fundraising to socials to ALP and energy for me and publicity. So because of the peculiarity of the session, where we have a significant number of young professionals that are working full-time, so sometimes it's a bit difficult to get people to volunteer their time, but we've been able to maximize some of these things, of some of these positions we found ourselves. So like I said, the prime objective of the committee, where we set up the YP committee, was based on 3 different aspects, which was delivering insightful and impactful programs that are geared at membership development, membership retention, and also membership recruitment. So because we needed to have people to see the value for why I have to be a member of the SP, why do I need to be, what do I stand to benefit? And so we had to find a way to ensure that we have impactful programs for the year. So I'm going to be talking about some of the programs that we've completed just in like 2 months, because the board was inaugurated around September. So some of the programs we've had in 2 months. And so the first one was, because some of the programs we wanted to do, we discovered that the ALP is a very, very particular and interesting part of the Society of Professional Engineers, young professionals. So we needed to have a train-the-trainer workshop, so which was just a 1-hour virtual event where we had 2 speakers. We had Cassandra from the YMEC and the immediate past young professionals chair for the Benin City section. So we had about 32 interested volunteers that wanted to get engaged in the young professionals and ALP events. So, and it was quite an insightful program and a session for us. So another event we were able to do was in celebrating Nigeria's independence. We had an Independence Day hangouts where we had young professionals, about 30 of them, coming together like in a very relaxed environment, a day of games, music, refreshments. You see some of the pictures subsequently. So we had to use that opportunity to engage the young professionals about what we plan to do for the next 1 year as the YP committee, and also help them to get to network and exchange ideas in a very relaxed environment. So that was the intention behind the Oktoberfest, and also celebrating Nigeria's independence. So aside the social events, we also have what we call the Launch and Learn events, which is a monthly event. And because of COVID and all of those things, so we started having, and the technology that we have, so we started embracing hybrid events. So for our technical programs, hybrid events every month, we have physical participants and virtual participants. So for the first one that held last month, October, we had about 70 young professionals that attended the meeting, and it was a hybrid event. Like I said, we had seasoned professionals across the industry, the safety, because the theme for the month of October was around safety, how to foster a safe working environment for young professionals, and learning about the different ideas around safety, HSE practices, and what is required for them in the industry. So it was well attended, and we had also an interactive quiz competition where we had a monthly quiz winner for the section. So then, aside the technical program, we've also been able to engage our ALP and Energy for Me. So we've had like about 3 Energy for Me sessions within the last 2 months. And the first one was one of the schools in Benin City, about 40 high school students. And we had an opportunity to practicalize the drilling for oil from a Jacob, which is one of the major Energy for Me programs we do in Benin City. And it's quite an engaging one, where we try to explain how oil and gas can be found, and how it was formed, how it can be found to secondary school students at high school level, and just trying to get them to understand that oil can either be found on the land or on offshore environment. So you could see the buckets there. It's just like setting up a Jacob rig and using the straws to locate where they can find oil. So the students were quite excited about this, and to an extent we were invited to those subsequent sessions. So we have also had other Energy for Me sessions in different schools. Total about 260 students have been reached out to, and at every point in time we feel that excitement, and we have that kind of benefit of reaching out to our local communities and reaching out to them, and also giving them that privilege to understand what the oil and gas industry is. So some of our upcoming events, I'm going to be talking about them. So the first one is the monthly Launch and Learn. It's every month. We have one for this month. Then we also have the technical and professional trainings that we have outlined for the year. Then in terms of our ALP and social events, we plan to have a traffic safety awareness in the next months, within this month and next month. So we are going to be reaching out to primary school, just the very, very young set of students about traffic safety, about 4 or 5 schools within the Benin City. So we also plan an energy transition debate. So it's an event that is coming up most likely in the first quarter of next year. So energy transition debates where we have people probably from 2 extremes, the green energies proponents and the ones that the current fossil fuel dependent energy. So trying to find a balance around it. So then we also plan for a football and tennis competition, which is going to be held next month. And one of our campaign is the Plant 100 Trees campaign, which has started already. So what are the strategies we've employed as a section? The strategies we've employed as a section, one of them included the sponsorship drive. So we understand that most of our activities we require significant amount of probably financial resources. So we had sponsorship drive. So we reached out to senior professional members within the section, and we've had considerable support. As at this current count, we've had a $500 plus sponsorship for our event. So we are also targeting more, so which helps us to really achieve what we can do. Then we also have the plan to engage our volunteers, get them to do stuff, get them to impact their local communities, get them to learn, and also develop leadership skills. So we are also under a project Go SP Africa region. We are engaging other sections within Africa to collaborate. Some of our activities are going to be in partnership with them. So those are the strategies we are employing as a section for the young professionals. So I'll just be showing some of the pictures from our events. Okay, so this particular picture was during the Independence Day hangout, which we had the social lead. This is Michael. So this was the first event, the LP 2020, where we had Cassandra and Maiwa taking about the students and about interested volunteers on how to sign up as an ambassador lecturer and how to assess some of the presentation templates. So this was our Independence Day hangout. So if you could see the smiles, you could see the relaxation, the games, and all. So we had to get that people involved and all of those things. We had to choose a very nice environment where we can get young professionals to talk and express themselves. So this was in October. So this was our launch and learn. This was the first one we held last month. Like I said, the team was involving best practices for HSC professionals in the gas industry. So you could see the excitement, the focus we've been able to get within the young professionals about. And we also had senior members representing during the events. So these are some of the pictures from our Energy for Me sessions that we've had, the ELP and Energy for Me sessions. So I will be wrapping up this presentation right now. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much. Awesome. I really I had the pleasure to go to Benin City a long time ago, and it was 2015, and it was incredible, the activities that you ran over there. The way you engage with your community is just on another level. you really kind of embrace the community, and SP isn't just about engineering with you guys. It's really a big part. So fantastic. That's really, really good session. Really interesting to hear about your strategies, and great to hear that you're collaborating as well with other regions as well. So thank you so much. It was a really great presentation. Right. Remember, if there are any questions, I can see there's lots of nice comments coming through the chat. If there are any questions, please do make sure to reach out and ask. I'm sure we'd be happy to run through everything. So please don't forget to use that. But next up, we have the Kuala Lumpur section. So we have quite a few of you here. Haswan, are you leading the presentation, or is it a group effort?
Yes, basically it's a group effort, but let me share my screen first.
Perfect.
Okay.
I will make you all co-hosts, so you should be able to just join in whenever you need to.
Okay, can you see my screen now?
Yeah, perfect. Go ahead.
All right, good afternoon, everyone, and very good evening for people in the Eastern region. Okay, so my name is Hazwan. So I am from the SPE Kuala Lumpur Young Professional. Today with me, we have another 5 members of my committee as well, who will be presenting basically the presentation deck on what we have basically doing or done in the past throughout the pandemic. All right, as you can see, basically within this YP itself, we have our own lineup basically to support the main committee led by me. And also we have another, I would say, active committee members and 8 of us. So currently I am the chairperson of SPEKL YP. And also at the same time, I am also the country manager for Void Turbo for Southeast Asia region. All right, next, maybe I'll let my colleague or my committee members, Haziq, to introduce himself.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Perfect.
All right, thanks. Yeah, thanks Hazwan for the nice welcome. So yeah, my name is Haziq. I am a reservoir engineer at ExxonMobil, and I am heading the YP Energy Careers cluster or program within the SPE KL Young Professionals team. Really nice to be here, and I think I can pass the floor to my colleague, maybe Liam.
Thanks, Haziq. Hello, everyone. My name is Liam, and I am a cementing engineer at Causal Drilling. So in the YP team, I am in charge of the Energy Connection series. And it's nice to meet all of you here today to share what all of us have done throughout the year. So next would be Nabila.
Hello everyone, is my mic working? All right,
Yes,
cool.
we can hear.
I'm Nabila Pranav. Well, apparently I'm not a part of SPE KLYP, but I'm the membership chairperson. But I've been pretty much active, contributing to whatever SPE KLYP, programs and planning. So yeah.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Jens. All right. Okay. So basically, how we formulate, right? In the YP committee, basically we have two role. One is disciplinary role. So this is the main core committee whereby want to make that the day-to-day activities. So they have the basic role, and also then we have a functional role whereby focusing on the events. Yeah, because we divide basically 4 main events under our young professional, whereby for the cluster one is more energy connection series, whereby later on my colleague will also explain further. And then we also have a YP podcast, one of our pillars. And then YP Energy Mentors, which is a mentoring program with all the Kuala Lumpur professional, and also I would say that leaders in the energy sectors. And least but not least is YP Energy Careers. All right, and then how we basically plan out, as you can see, we plan out the whole year calendar. We divide it into 4 to strive and also to ensure that all the activities can be run concurrently. Yeah. Then maybe I'll pass on to basically Haziq for explain and also introduce about our YP Energy Connection series. Over to you, Haziq.
All right, thanks, Hazwan. So I think it's important to take a step back. We've had a really tough year, or I guess almost 2 years now with the pandemic. It's been very difficult to conduct physical events, especially in Malaysia, where it was only recently where our lockdown was lifted. So much of our focus for this year and the later part of the previous year was focused on figuring out, okay, how can we conduct our events in a way that, in a virtual way. So that's where we came up with the planning for YP Energy, the Young Professionals Energy Connection series. So previously, these kinds of events used to be held physically. So we would maybe rent out a meeting room or some kind of a hall in a hotel, but it's not possible to do that in the current situation. So everything is being done online. So the purpose of this YP Energy Connection series is really to disseminate and share technical as well as non-technical knowledge relating to the industry, to generate the interest in our industry, and really provide a platform for networking among our peers within the industry as well as with our guest speakers. And the value creation that we have from this particular program is to enhance our image as an organization that keeps up with the trends that are happening in the energy industry, and we can engage with our members as well as attract membership. And finally, visibility between SPKL and the industry. So this was much easier back when we were doing things physically, a bit harder online. But yeah, that's what we have. So Hazwan, will you go to the next slide? So yeah, what I have here to show is two examples of the programs that we've actually conducted under the YP Energy Connection series. So for the 4th quarter of last year, 2020, so this was the first YP Energy Connection series talk that we did online. So we invited the Mr. Jalil Rashid, who is the ex-Chief Executive Officer of PNB, Permodalan Nasional Berhad. So he gave us a talk about what youth can do to adapt as well as upskill within the new norm. So talking about what youth can do, given the current, the transformation that we're seeing, especially when it comes to digital. And given his background in finance, he talked a little bit about some financial tips that we could have as well. And we managed to get an audience of 120 for this particular talk. All right. Okay, maybe we can go for the next one. All right, so this is probably our most popular one to date. So the YP Energy Connection series for the 2nd quarter of this year. So this was called the Life on the Rig event, or LORE for short. So during this session, we invited some of members from the Sapura drilling team who were actually on the rig at the time. So we had with us Captain Harite, who is a marine manager at Sapura Drilling. We had Peter, who is the safety training officer at Sapura Drilling, as well as Zaharim, who is the drilling engineer at Sapura Drilling, who was our moderator as well. So this was more of an interactive session where we had the crew, take us around the rig, at least to the places where they could go with a camera. We got to see their living quarters. We got to see some of the facilities on the rig. And all of this was happening while they were being quarantined on the rig because of the pandemic. So yeah, it was really interesting session. A lot of back and forth and a lot of interaction between the audience members as well as our speakers. All right. So yeah, that's what we have for the YP Energy Connection series. All right, so for the second program or the second cluster, we have the Young Professionals podcast. So the original intention behind this particular program was to create a podcast. So again, we're trying to leverage digital platforms in order to carry out our events because we could not do anything physically. So that's how the idea started off. We found that it was a little bit difficult to get some traction when it comes to the podcast. So we decided to sort of move that towards a digital archive. So what we ended up doing was since we had a lot of online events and previously we did not, I guess, archive them in a public platform. So we decided to kickstart our YouTube channel. So the SPE Kuala Lumpur YouTube channel, where we upload all of the events that we have conducted. So what you can see here on the screen is just a screenshot of our YouTube channel. So you can see some of the events that we've had. So we've had a lot of technical talks, virtual ambassador programs, the Life on the Rig event that I was just mentioning about. And to date, we've had a lot more videos and quite a bit of engagement. And we've got a lot of good feedback from some of our members saying that they really enjoyed the fact that they can go back and see the event because some of them may not have had an accommodating schedule to actually attend the event live. So the recordings were really beneficial for them. And the value creation that we have from this is, so it helps for people who, again, could not access the session due to their schedules. And it helps to attract memberships since we have a more digital presence during this pandemic period. All right, so that's what I have for the first two clusters. So I guess we can pass the floor to, I think, Liam. Is Liam going next? Oh, sorry, Bella.
All right, okay. Thanks, Haziq. So the next one, we have Young Professional Energy Mentors. So it's basically a program that we offer students or even recent graduates an opportunity to be mentored by young professionals in the energy industry. So, when we talk about mentors, it's pretty much associated with somebody who is senior and with wisdom, right? So this time around, we try to tweak a little bit. The strategy is more like a peer mentoring. So the mentors are basically less than 10 years working. So because it will be pretty much relatable to these recent graduates or even students, so the objective as stated there, it's basically we would like to support young professionals from coming low income household background, and we also did some collaboration with Met Energy. So I'm going to explain more towards the end of the presentation what is Met Energy is all about. We have about we have lead mentors and we have associate mentors. So we have 4 lead mentors and associate mentors of about 12, and then we managed to kind of get attention from more than 30 mentees from students to the recent graduates. I think it's pretty much exciting about it. So previous slides. No, I've yet to finish that. Okay, so the value creation, probably I'm not gonna go through the details of it. It's pretty much clear, right? When we provide this kind of platform, it's basically for these people to have this networking platform with the professionals, energy professionals, and then besides, this is where they can actually seek some guidance in terms of how to improve or polish their interpersonal skills, and then in their career advice. So it is also one of the strategy for us to increase the membership as well as to boost SPE Cal visibility as well through CSR program and including plan talks, article publication activities. So what we did throughout the session, next slide please. Okay, this is basically the timeline. So it's pretty much more or less about 3 months programs. So throughout the whole journey, the mentees need to come up with a few programs, including preparing some talk, and then there are projects that they need to do, but it's pretty much we are pretty much flexible because we just want to see how they can identify issues and come out with their respective projects. So and then an article as well. And I was a part of the mentor, and well, this is something that I'm gonna tell you guys, but it's pretty much biased. Sorry guys. So this is coming from me. So I think this is pretty much exciting that what I did differently with my team is that we kind of support one of the project by from one of the social enterprise. So it's basically about revolving around the theme of sustainability and climate change. I think not everybody is comfortable talking about it, especially when you're coming from oil and gas industries. So we kind of face a lot of challenges as the world increasingly shifts towards clean energy transitions. Even during COP26, everybody is talking about oil and gas needs to cut emission and stuff. So we kind of play some roles. We try to showcase that young professionals can actually contribute towards the effort of cutting the carbon emissions or cleaner energy by doing some efforts, including maybe innovation. It could be as simple as innovation. Well, again, we might not solve every complex issues, but trust me, we can't undermine the minor efforts that can actually bring some impact to the overall to how we mitigate the issues. The next one. All right, this is some pictures. This is taken from all the programs that we did throughout the sessions. We had sharings, and then we had a motivational talk as well. And then this is some of the projects being presented as well from the mentees. The next one. Yeah, that's pretty much about SPE YP Energy Mentors. I pass to Liam.
Yeah, thank you, Nabila. So next would be the fourth cluster, which is the YP Energy Careers. So YP Energy Careers basically starts with 2 points. One would be continuity, and the other would be efficiency. So what do I mean by this? Well, as the young professional section, we do feel the responsibility of supervising the student chapters in Malaysia. So there are 9 active student chapters in Malaysia, and what we have noticed is that all of these student chapters tend to work in silos and not collaborate with each other. So like, for example, one of the very popular events that they hold would be a resume workshop, and like each university or each student chapter would hold their own resume workshops. So the aim of this cluster would be to bring all of them together in unity, so that we feel that especially in times like this, collaboration definitely brings out the best in all of us, especially with the climate that we have today. So, and on coming to the other point about sustainability would be, we are looking at having these leaders in the student chapters eventually make their way into the young professional section, because we see that throughout the years, actually, we have seen quite a drop in terms of members who transition from a student member towards a professional member in SPE. So as I have said, that the objectives would be to bridge the gap between the student chapters as well as us, the young professionals, and to encourage the transition from student members to professional members. And we are also basically being the focal point for events that are organized jointly by student chapters, and I shall introduce the one of the flagship events later on, which is the Saturdays for SPE. So some of the events that have been done collaboratively would be the SMOCC, which is the oil and gas convention, where that previously it was always held in person, so everyone would come together at a certain venue for maybe about a week, and there can be many activities such as, you know, talks, dialogues, as well as competitions. So definitely a fun event. And Energy for Me, which is one of the flagship SPE events, career talks, resume writing, etc. So other than these student chapters, we also look at, you know, collaborations with other associations, other professional associations, such as those to do with geology, such as EAGE, AAPG, SEG, and GSM. So the value that we get is we get a sustainable stream of leaders coming from transitioning from students to young professionals. Next. So yes, this is the flagship event that I mentioned earlier, which is Saturday for SPE. So in this year, it was the third installment, and for the opening, we had the pleasure of having Professor Tom Razingham, the outgoing president, and for the closing, we had Mr. Kamil Ben Nasir, the incoming president, gracing the event. So what is Saturday is for SPE? So basically, Saturday is for SPE brings it for this year. It brought 7 student chapters around the globe to work together in different teams collectively to hold a talk as well as a workshop on every Saturday in October. So in total, there were actually 5 Saturdays where we had 1 workshop and 1 talk. So the theme for this installment was the pressing issues in our industry. So of course, there will be digitalization, the energy transition, as well as the new green technologies such as carbon capture and sequestration. Next, please. So these are some of the statistics of the participants. So we actually managed to capture students as well as professionals from 33 countries around the globe, as well as 40 SPE student chapters. Next, please. And yes, this is a summary of the Saturdays for SPE. Thank you. And next would be Nabila, again, for collaboration.
All right. So hold on. I have some problem with my video. Okay, this is some one of the collaborations that we did with Reset. So basically, Reset stands for Reimagining Malaysia Assets. It's one of the transformation that we did in Petronas. So basically, Reset is just we set up Reset conference just just to kind of trigger the industry that, hey, we have some issues, challenges that we are facing, the headwinds and stuff. So hence why Malaysia Assets need to transform to make sure that, we stay competitive with others as well. So when we had this Reset conference, we also provide one of the program for young professionals. So we call it Aspiring Graduate Session. We moderated by our YPs as well, Fatin and Haziq. So we had as you see the speakers that we had with us during that particular day, it was Bachu Pilong and the president of Malaysia Oil and Gas Services Council. So we kind of managed to gain attention with the participations of more than 370 participants across the industries. Next slide. All right, so basically these are our website, so don't forget to follow us. We have LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and the main page of KLSP org home. So anyway, before I forgot that, I would like to introduce Mad Energy just now. This is something that we started to kind of develop it this year. So it's basically a platform where we share knowledge articles and stuff. So even there are some programs that we try to put it inside that particular website page. So it's more like more like a social enterprise platform. So again, try to visit that. It's something very new, but we kind of have this very proactive young professionals who have so much creativity to come up with this. So yeah, that's pretty much about Mad Energy. So this is just one of the example that we have, in the page. We kind of have like the articles. It's articles that you might find it somewhere else, but it is something contributed by our young professionals as well. All right. The next one, Hazwan.
Okay, thank you, Nabila. So again, yeah, of course, when we plan out, basically we never have put the awards and recognition at the first place. Again, we are, as a collective individual, right, we always focusing on to get the best out of our people, the best of our students. But of course, eventually we are lucky to be selected. As you can see that the Kuala Lumpur section itself has been awarded as a Section Excellent Award. So we are very, very proud and thankful for the recognition by the SPE International. But what we are most proud is actually how we managed to grow and groom the student chapters. As you can see, 2 out of the student chapters are actually have been awarded the Presidential Award, which is the top 5% of student chapters. So this is what we are proud of, because we know that the industry within, Malaysia and within the region itself, we in the future have a very quality, I would say that, and sustainable, I would say, replacement in the pipeline. And besides that, another 3 student chapters are actually in the top 20%, whereby they also achieve or been awarded as the Student Chapter Excellent Award. Also, not to forget, we also have some pipeline, as you can see here. One of our current committee member, which is Haziq, actually was also the Petrobol 2020 finalist. Yeah, so as you see that how basically we try to portray or try to adopt is to have a very, very solid foundation for the student chapters, collaborate with the industry, and then eventually to elevate the industry in Malaysia. Yeah, and also I think Haziq deserves to be given a space, maybe 1 or 2 minutes to share his experience. Haziq, over to you to share some of the experience, how you managed to nail this, and also eventually I think you get a job straight after graduation with ExxonMobil.
All right, thanks, Hazwan. Feels like blowing my own horn a little bit here, but yeah, I think the support from SPE KL section as well as the young professionals has been really crucial in being able to achieve, to reach the finals of the previous year's Petrobol Championship. So, yes, sharing about my journey. So when I joined university, so that would be the Petronas Institute of Technology, or we call that as UTP. I quickly learned that there's something called SPE, and I learned about Petrobol, and I got really excited when I actually saw the matches being played, and I thought, I could give this a shot. It looks kind of fun. So I tried it out, and I wasn't very good at it at first. So I actually made the team for the first and second year of my university years. But I kept practicing and hanging around the people who did actually go for these competitions, and eventually slowly got better, and made the finals in Petrobol 2020. I think what I want to sort of highlight is that from the YP perspective as well as the section perspective, it is important to continually support the students' activities, because I think having a pipeline of talent that can join the industry, for one thing, is very important. But another thing is, once the YPs, especially because this is a YP Congress, so we all know that YPs will get older over time, and eventually they have to leave the YP team and maybe join the main committee, or they no longer be part of the YP. So it's very important to have that talent pipeline to make sure that we can sustain our YP team. And by investing into the student chapters, at least it's something that we've realized, by putting time and effort, as well as connecting with the students from student chapters, we can ensure that we do have that talent pipeline. So again, I'm very thankful to SPE KL section as well as the YPs for supporting student activities and making sure that we always have that platform to do our very best. All right, back over to you, Hazwan.
All right. Okay, we are at the end of our presentation already. So I would like to thank you, Young Members Engagement Committee, for this opportunity on behalf of SPE KL Section YP. Again, we try to share what is the best practices that we have done in this region. Of course, what we are looking for is actually to have a very solid foundation. That's the key areas. And then, as you can see, how we cluster the program. Basically, we want to formulate something that's sustainable and really help basically the next generation of the professional in this industry to be able to stay and also to adapt, especially at this critical and crucial time. Yeah. Okay, with that, thank you so much to all of you, and pass over to James. Thank you, James.
Thank you. Incredible presentation, and you talked about collaboration throughout, but you clearly show collaboration even in your presentation. So it's fantastic. Yeah, you guys. Just the way, I mean, the talent pipeline idea, it seems to go throughout all of your programs that you are focusing on today. So like the mentorship, the outreach, even reaching out to rig professionals while they're stuck out there. Incredible network community. Well done. Like that was really, really exciting and innovative ideas that you guys have come up with. So I hope that's inspired some of the other people watching. I think there's some really incredible event ideas there. So well done again to everybody. Next up, we have Dorcas, who will be presenting on behalf of the Port Harcourt section in Nigeria. Hopefully you have...
Hello, everyone. Hey, good afternoon actually, good evening.
Hopefully we haven't lost you. There we go. You're back. Thank you. Are you able to present your screen?
Yes, I'm just going to do that right away.
Fantastic.
Let me share my screen here.
That's up and running. Thank you so much.
So can we see my screen?
Yep, I can see that.
Okay. All right. So my name is Dorcas Otito. I am the current YP chairperson for SPE Port Harcourt section. And I'm here to make a presentation on different activities that have been going on in among the YPs in SP Port Harcourt section, success stories and challenges. Okay, first off, SPE Port Harcourt is under African region, and this is the current leadership in SPE General, from the SPE International President down to our Council Chairman. Nigeria is known as Nigerian Council, down to our Nigerian Council Chairman, Mr. Tuli. And also in Nigerian Council, we have about 5 sections on the Nigerian Council, and each of the sections has different universities registered under that particular section. Nigerian Council generally has a total member of 4,415 professional members and about 5,617 student members. And these are the different sections on the Nigerian Council, from Lagos down to Abuja section, and the different number of schools that are under that each of those sections. And as you can, Port Harcourt section is the second largest section on the Nigerian Council. Sorry. Okay. And for Harcourt section, this is a current leadership section from our section chairman and the programs chair. You can also see myself there, the YP chair, down to our immediate past section director, and also our previous section director, Engineer Georgie Ward. He was the 2 years past section chairman. All right, so what is Port Harcourt section all about? First of all, Port Harcourt section was founded in 1987. And like I said earlier, it is the second largest section. It has over 13 student chapters registered under it, and it has won several and numerous awards, both section award and individual members award. Also, it is comprised of young professionals that are passionate about and so a difference in the energy industry space. It is worthy to note that Port Harcourt section is a 6-time winner. NICE is an annual conference held under Nigerian Council. It is a time winner of the YP section contest members. And this is our membership for our membership and our young membership. Of the programs we do in SP Port Harcourt section for the YPs, we have our annual event, a not like very important event we have. We call it the YP Symposium, National Symposium. Different years we do different things. In fact, in 2018 we had an entrepreneurship contest where I came out 3rd position as a 3rd winner, and as a result of that, a company, my idea, we came up with business idea, the contestants. So the winners of that competition were given the opportunity to get their companies or their business idea registered or invested in by companies. So also we have what we call technical meetings, where we invite experienced people from the industry, and they come to give us technical lectures on different topics and different areas that has to do with the oil and gas or energy industry generally. And then these are some of the lectures we've taken, and the lecturers delivered each of those lectures. And from 2019, late 2019, this was mostly virtual events because of the COVID that struck. We had to move from the physical space to the virtual space. But even at that, we still had over at least 50 participants, young professionals joining and get awesome and massive feedbacks of knowledge learned and experiences gained. And outside our monthly technical meeting, another technical activity we do for young professionals is industries where us come together and we visit different and oil and gas industry, where we get a tour around their And although recently when the COVID struck and serious and people had to work from home, we also had to do virtual tours. We had one with Total, which was very, very impactful and very, very awesome, because but there are some restricted areas you're not allowed to go to. But during the virtual tour, we're almost able to see everything about Total facility, right? So, and outside that technical lecture and technical visit to companies or industries, we also do technical training. One of it was when our young professionals were learning how to operate and use and be familiar with Power BI, Python systems, Aspen, different software that are used in the energy industry. And then the other one also, they were learning on how to citing good and attractive CV. So these are all different professional programs we run for our young professionals. And other activities we've also done for our young professionals, we have our ALP activities. We do charity projects. Right from when I became a young professional, an active young professional, SP Port Harcourt section, we do charity projects where we give out hampers during Christmas. People buy these hampers and then they make donations or sponsor to help our charity project. And then the money or cover from this Christmas hampers we sell, we use it to look for projects, either schools in Port Harcourt that are dilapidated or lacking one facility or another, and we go and we refurbish these schools and also provide facility they need. All right, and then another charity project we do where we go to senior members of section, we collect things that they don't need anymore, but that are still useful. You know, sometimes we have things in our house, we just pack things in their house, they don't really use. So it's still good shape and used by someone else. We collect these things and then we often homes, old people's home, and we give it because they need it more, right? So we become like Santa Clauses and elves, passing out Christmas gifts to homes and less villages. And then also we have car wash events where we also raise fund. We wash cars, people by, we rent space, cars of people passing by, and then we raise fund to be able to help us with charity project. Then also, like earlier, publishing. Okay, and then one time we refurbished an orphanage home that was totally lapidated. And then also one was not lapidated, it was actually in good condition, but what they needed was like a school environment. So we created a little library for them and a school place where they can learn, and also provided e-library opportunities for them. And then outside that, in SP we believe in gender equality and inclusion. So we have what we call celebrating of YCons. We celebrate female YPs of the month. We select different YPs in each month of the year and we celebrate them in our social media spaces. Though these are YPs that are doing exceptionally well, both in the section and also in the industry. It helps encourage other female to be willing to join SPE, join the industry, and those females in the section to be willing to volunteer, partake section activities, right? And then work-life balance in section. So we come up with different social events. Sometimes we just come out and we network, we hang out, we talk, we discuss ideas from the industry, other things. And then we also have what we call our Young Professional Weekly Quiz. We put this on our social media spaces where young professionals can go first to answer it and answer it correctly. A reward for doing that. It also attracts people to our social media space and our followers, to increase our followers, help us create publicity of our section and wide activities on social media spaces, right? And then we also have I've talked about the young professional entrepreneurship. We did that one during our symposium. And also we do collaborative events in 2020, especially with the COVID striking and lockdown on, we decided a fun way to celebrate Nigeria's Independence Day was to come together and collaborate with some other section and have an event. So we collaborated with Ghana section, and on that same day, Ghana section was celebrating their 10-year anniversary of section, right? So we came together, had a collaborative event, Ghana 10 years anniversary and Nigeria of 60th anniversary. And then we called it an e-summit. We shared knowledge, industry events, and also talked about Nigeria and how to grow. Ghana got to share their success stories with. It was a wonderful time via Zoom. We had breakout sections where young professionals could meet with professionals and those with vast knowledge in the energy industry and get to network and share knowledge together. Okay, all right, so for 2021, took over as the YP Young Chairperson. We came up with different, I and my co-chair, Ofure Ugege, we came up with different strategy on how to make sure our YPs are actually achieving the benefits of their membership, right? And in line with SPE goals and vision and mission. So these were our strategies, coming up with programs that will increase YP awareness and get them in the energy space, and also to prepare them for the normal, because there will be jobs, there will be different, there will be lots of changes, the new normal, to get them used to that. And also to provide professional opportunities for them, even while at home or working from home, and also to inspire them to want to volunteer for section offices, because we didn't have too many YPs in our section offices before now. So we try to create programs that will make them see what's at level and want to aspire to be members of that. And then of course, come home with more awards, because SPE Port Harcourt section, we're known as the band section. So we look forward to lots of awards. And then, so, based on our strategy, these are what we did. We set up committee members to call for volunteers. And then we call for volunteers. We did a Google form. So all you need to do is click on form, click the committee with one volunteer, right? And then also give us your detail and your information. And so we contacted these volunteers, had like a little interview with them. And then of course, a lot of them scaled through, and then we put them into different, most of them volunteered for almost 5 positions. But in SP, we believe in, we'll prefer you in one and you give us your stand. So reduce some of this to mostly 3 groups. And thereafter, we inaugurated them, put them into office, make them understand, okay, now go ahead, start working, start delivering. And then we dedicated tasks to them, KPIs and deadlines and activities and goals we want to achieve. And then also we have monthly meetings where we meet via Zoom and we review our achievements, our KPIs, and try to find out how are your committee members faring, how are they doing. And then also we try to document all these events as we do them, we document them, we don't wait till during report time. And then also public sites, try to make sure besides our events on social media spaces. So based on the committees we created and inaugurated, these are the team leads. And for each, we have 10 committees ranging from ALP down to charity. And we modify charity from charity to charity and CSR, corporate social responsibilities, right? So we have 10 committees and these are the team leads for all of the committees. Since my, covering someone there. Okay. So some of the KPIs or tasks we left for our different committees to achieve for the board year. And so they immediately swung into action. Okay, now I told you earlier, they were inaugurated. So there is a Zoom picture of us inauguration. We had over 87 YPs join the inauguration section, both those that were going to be inaugurated, their committee members, and other YPs that were just excited to see what is going on, right? And then they swung straight into action. So for the technical committees, they've been awesome. They've been delivering. We've had 2 technical meetings, monthly meetings so far. Right now for November, one is being planned and ongoing. The planning is ongoing and should be up on the 30th of September. So you can follow November. So you can follow our social media spaces if you want to be part of that technical section. But these are image, pictures, photos from our different technical sections and the flyers. And then also our ALP team, they've been awesome. They've been top of their game. These are different ALPs we've had since this board year, and also an Energy for Me program. It is worthy to note that in 2019, SP Port Harcourt section, courtesy of our YPs and their hard work, we came out the winner of the Outstanding Section Award. And then also, in 2020, we didn't come out the winner, but we had several ALPs recorded. And then so far in this 2021, we've been able to record 98 ALPs. And in fact, we even started late. We started our ALPs like in October or late September, and we've been able to record 98 so far. So on our membership drive, remember, we want to keep our members. We want to retain those ones that are already there. And we also want to have new members, right, to continue in what we're doing. So for our membership drive, or to increase our membership, we have what we call STEP program. Is a program where we try to help the student member that is graduating to be able to step into their professional level in SPE. So this year it was done virtually because of the COVID. We're still not having physical events yet. We mostly have hybrids or virtual events. And then also we visit corpers. Corpers are recent graduates that are, it's called, it's like it's a service year, right? 1 year where you do service to your country, Nigeria. So we go and we reach out to these people, get them registered if they're interested in SPE, and also tell them what SPE is all about. So these are different programs we have been doing for our membership opportunity. And like I said earlier, SP, we believe in work-life balance in Port Harcourt section. These are YPs, these are different social events we've had. This time around, we decided to make our hangouts much more educative and still technical oriented. So what we do now is YP hangout with a section director. So we invite one or two of our section directors, and they come and hang out with us, and then we get to talk to them and ask them how they got to where they are in their career and how they were able to achieve that development. And then outside that, also we have what we call our aerobic day, where we come out and we do different exercises and have a fun time and get to network and share knowledge also. And then we also have what we call the meet and greets, where young professionals also, we come out, we share knowledge. We even get to plan for future events that we have for YPs. Then for our charity events through CSR events, these are different charity things we've achieved for 2021. This was the orphanage I told you about that was totally lapidated and ruined. So we came, we painted it, refurbished it, we bought them some beddings and also helped them keeping the place comfortable for children. And then also, here is a picture of AMPERS we did for last December, and to raise fund and sponsorship. And then during the COVID lockdown, when it was very severe, people could not come out to go buy anything or to do anything. So what we did at SPE, we went, we bought stuff, we shared it. Now this is for several families. And then we went homes of people and we dropped this off for them to help them during the COVID time so people don't die of starvation while being locked down at home. And then we also went further when the COVID released a little bit, people could come out, but of course you have to be fully maxed and all that. So we decided to go to the marketplaces, especially the marketplace is a public place, to share SPE. Now, these are face masks with SPE Port Harcourt logo on it as a means of publicity to inform the people about SPE Port Harcourt, but at the same time, help them keep safe during this COVID time, right? And then this is a picture of one of our car wash events to raise fund for charity. And then also, this is another charity activity we took part in, or we exhibited for helping to feed people at home while they're on lockdown. And then, oh yeah, the other flyer is our CSRO market cleanup. We went to marketplaces and clean up the markets for them to keep it clean and healthy. And then for our look ahead, SP Port Harcourt section, our YPs, we're looking forward to our YP symposium sometime in March next year. It's already ongoing and in the planning phase. And then also we're looking forward to more ALPs, conducting more ALPs opportunity, especially now that it's virtual. It's quite challenging because the students will need data to join. It's not like you guys in foreign countries where sometimes you just have the free Wi-Fi where you go to here, literally buy data and put on your phone yourself. So it's not easy. We reach out, most time we reach out to senior members to help sponsor this data for the students. And then we have our virtual ALPs with them. And then some secondary schools that will let us come physically, we go also and we have ALP. So we're looking forward to more ALP opportunities. We're looking forward to more technical meetings and training and events. In fact, right now on our calendar, we have technical visits awaiting us for like every month, and we hope we'll be able meet up with it. And then also more charity and CSR projects. We're looking forward to more collaborative opportunities. So you can reach out to us to collaborate with us, to have an event with us. We'll be more than excited to do that with you. I'm also looking forward to more social events and looking forward to our YPs being able to participate in the upcoming NICE, not just to participate physically, but to get to present papers. Last year, we had our YPs present papers on HSC. In 2019, I got to present a paper on drilling fluid technology stuff. So looking forward to that again this year and planning toward it, reaching out to senior members to help sponsor YPs that will not be able to go there. And then also we're looking forward to more out now. This is a picture of some of our awards we've gone for the action. So, and this is a picture of us during the last year NICE, during the Hangouts, the YP Hangouts NICE, and a picture of our creative event with Ghana section, like I said earlier. So thank you very much, and watch out for this space. And these are our social media handles, and we'll look forward to you connecting with us, following us on our social media spaces, and joining us so that you see our event when we publish. Thank you very much.
Amazing. Thank you, Dorcas. You certainly are the Bangor section, undoubtedly. You do so much. It's incredible. Again, I think one thing that's kind of linked all of these sections today, everyone here today has talked about strategy. And I think when we're talking about the number of events and the number of people that we're all working with, I think that goes a long way to show how you've all achieved so much. You've all kind of have different focuses, all specialists to your different regions, and seeing all the charity work that you do is absolutely incredible. It's you really are part of the community, and it really goes to show as well that SP is more than just technical papers and presentations. It's a lot more than that. So thank you so much, Dorcas, and again, thank you to everyone. Thank you. We do have perfect. There's so much love for you in the chat as well.
My YPs are amazing. That's how I'm able to do my job. They give me all the support I need.
That's fantastic. So thank you so much. I've taken lots of notes again. So in the session tomorrow, we will be kind of touching on elements from all of these sessions. I do recommend, if you haven't watched the other individual sessions, please do, because like the three we've seen today, the work that's been going on in the regions is absolutely incredible. It's really inspiring stuff, and I'm sure if you're wondering about events you should be running in your regions, and there's some amazing inspiration here for you all. So as I say, tomorrow in our session, same time tomorrow, we'll be talking a bit about best practices and highlighting all the different achievements from the sections that we've been looking at throughout the week. So yes, I do hope you can join us for that. For our later on sessions we have in about just under 3 hours, we have our next session on, similar to yesterday, a kind of panel discussion slash debate about the future of jobs in the industry and how they might look and how we can prepare for that. So I do hope you can join us for that one. And then tomorrow we're very excited to have 4 CEOs joining us to share their advice for YPs as well. So we have Stephanie Germain from GHG Stat, we have Brian Sullivan from IPECA, Professor Martin Blunt from Imperial, and Audrey Mascarenhas from Questor Technology as well, who'll be joining us at the end. So well worth attending. Again, we have so many programs this week. I don't expect you to join all of them. I can see some of you have been, so that's absolutely fantastic. We do have all of these on YouTube. You can go back and rewind straight away. You can watch them at your pleasure. So please do make the most of these resources while they're available to you all. But thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for bringing attention to all the amazing work that's going on in the regions. You deserve all those awards that you were showing today. So thank you again so much. And finally, thank you again to Shell as well for making all of this possible. So thank you very much, Benita team, to KL and to Port Harcourt, the incredible work that you will do. And thank you to your presenters who have excellently represented you as well. So thank you so much. We'll call it the end for this session. As I say, we have a lot more coming on, but thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you at the next one.
Thank you, James.
Thank you,
Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks for support. Thanks for joining.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
We sure did
Bye.
some new ideas and Benin section. Thank you.
And yes.
My YP coach here.
Thank you. Well done, YP chair. And thanks everyone. Thanks UMEC team. It's been amazing since the conference started. Well done.
You.
Thanks for putting this together.
Yeah,
Very
our
great.
pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.